Todd, was it Saturday night, was it a lack of work or a lack of execution that led to?
I think we were willing to work. We just didn't execute very well. The number of grade A chances that we gave up were significantly higher than against the game in versus Calgary. That was due in part to how they attacked us, but also due in large part into some very poor decisions and loose play on our behalf. So I don't think the work ethic was questioned. It was the execution. It was the ability to get the job done more than anything.
Todd, a couple of the guys are talking about the right-handed shots that are dangerous under power play. What do you do to try to limit their chances?
Yeah, the first thing we do is we don't go to the box 7 times like we did in Vancouver. So, I can give you 100 different schemes for penalty kill, but if we're in the box 7 times, they're going to get 1, maybe 2. And that puts you in a deep hole right off the bat. Obviously, their power play has been a huge part of their season to this point. And I ignore the number, whatever it is, 1 for 11 that they have, because they should have scored probably 4 or 5 already. And their exhibition season also indicates that their power play is lethal. So our best penalty kill will be smart checking and keeping your sticks on the ice during the 5-on-5 play.
Todd, did you sense that Talbot was frustrated with the poll the other night, and what have you seen from him in the last day and a half since then?
I've seen the regular Cam Talbot that's ready to play. I'll get the start tonight. He, like the rest of our group and our staff, were probably frustrated with the results and the input into the game, and we should all be at that level now. We're that type of team.
What have you watched from Cam over the last year or so in terms of his ability to bounce back after nights that he's not happy with?
They've always been very good. And we have to remember that we're into, the baseball analogy. Somebody asked me, our pitchers are just getting used to their starts. That's what goaltending is at this time of the year. You play 8 of those exhibition games, yet you have 3 goaltenders that you got to try and get in. They're still trying to feel their rhythm. So anybody that's handing out the trophy for the top goaltender in the league, or anybody that's looking for goalies that maybe aren't performing up to their standards, I'd call you crazy at this time of the year.
What do you want to see from Matt Benning tonight that you didn't see last game?
Better performance.
Is he just not? Is he backing up too much or not in the face?
No, he didn't look as confident as he did against Calgary. Calgary was one of our best defensemen. Now that's the pressure of a second-year player when one of your top defensemen's out. He feels like he's got to get it done a little bit more. He's a tremendous player that we have a lot of respect for, and we believe in him a lot. Just go out and play and be confident. He will be.
And Yamamoto, is he going to play?
Yamo will play.
Is he going to? Looks like the fourth line. Does he have to play differently on a checking line as opposed to?
I don't know. We've kind of gone through this before. I don't know who our first and second and third and fourth lines are. Like, it depends on who they play and how we roll them out and where he ends up in the lineup. So he'll get minutes. Whoever he gets minutes with, he'll have to be productive. And, just like we talked about with Matt Benning, Yamo is going to have to be a little more confident now in Game 2. The jitters are gone. He's playing at home again. And I also believe he can do it.
What do you expect from Slepyshev?
Good, hard game. He's got a shot. To me, he looks confident. He looks sure of himself right now. But it's also, he's a month behind. Played well in Bakersfield, from what I understand. Had an impact on the game, led their team in shots on goal, was around the puck a lot. Want him to bring that here tonight, build on his playoffs from last year where he was a factor and he had a real strong belief in himself.
That slash on the hands call that we're seeing a lot now, is that just part of the adjustment, or has the philosophy been in place long enough that it falls into the category of a dumb penalty now?
I think we're still in the instinctive part of eliminating it. Players can tell themselves they can prepare themselves, but when your brain's short on oxygen, you're at the back end of a shift and you naturally reach out like you would always. I'm sure as soon as they make contact, they're going, why was I doing that? I know I shouldn't. So I think we're still in the adjustment phase. I wouldn't call it a stupid penalty at this point. A disappointing one maybe because we know better, but it's still happening.
Todd, I think before the start of the regular season, you mentioned that it was obviously going to be harder for your group this year going into other rinks and kind of being on everybody's radar. Do you think the guys realize that after that Vancouver game or during that Vancouver game, maybe after having such a good start at home here?
Well, it's just like I told them and I've shared with you, it's hard to win in this league. You got to remember how hard it is and what it takes to win. And I don't care if you're the Oilers or anybody else, the other 31 teams in the league, it is hard to win. And if you self-inflict many wounds on yourselves, your own team, it even makes it harder. And we had self-infliction the other night. Give Vancouver credit. They're a proud franchise. They are hungry right now. They played a gritty game. They played hard. Their goaltender was tremendous. They deserved the win. They were better than we were in those areas.